Oh, hello. How you doing? It's the author. It's Mr. Kent Brindley. Ask the Author Friday is coming back. We're back. It's been kind of a crazy month for Ask the Author Friday. We're in the middle of National Novel Writing Month. The author is alive and well. Hi, how you doing? And we got some questions for this week. If you have some questions for future weeks, feel free to submit them in the comments section. I'll try to get back to you about those and give you the shout out for the question. The National Novel Writing Month Project. Age 117, 32,185 words. I want to say it's somewhere between 64 to 65% complete. I'll know that in a second. Yes, 64.37% on its way to being a novel. I hate this project. I'm sorry. I should have never started this project. Boy. Let's do some questions. What is a NaNoWriMo? What is the alphabet soup that is NaNoWriMo? National Novel Writing Month. It's the month of November. We try to complete a 50,000 word novel or a full story, beginning, middle, and end. Sometimes it's wrapped up in a novella. Sometimes you need to turn this into an epic. This script I'm ready to burn here and now, halfway through at 32,185 words, because what sounded good in my head is not translating to paper. Sometimes it happens. Describe your current NaNoWriMo project. Poorly describe what I've written. Every author's favorite question. Tell us what your book's about. Okay, you try to tell them what it's about, and then you keep getting interrupted with sidebars and side questions and giggling, because you can never answer them because you can never entertain them with the answer that they want. Describe my National Novel Writing Month project. Boy meets girl, boy pursues girl, boy keeps getting rejected, boy turns to social media to continue pursuing girl. It works out for roughly a few days. Boy and girl are currently friends. 32,185 words. Okay, I forgot the part where boy built social media / dating website in order to help others going through his own experiences. Very noble boy, Mr. Brian Kenley. Yeah. How's National Novel Writing Month going? These usually go a lot better when I write fantasy or science fiction, because I usually just get so immersed into another world. This one is based on Earth and based in college and is kind of slow moving right now. But I'm ahead of the word. I am ahead by a few days on the word sprint. That's always a key. So should at least have something by November 30th. After November 30th, then what? You sit on the project for a month and then you start editing. Yeah. Then who knows what this will turn into. I mean, it was originally called Haven, and then after the main character's hometown, and then he's never, if rarely, in his hometown. So I'm going to turn it into either social or mainstream. I don't know. I don't know what this project's title is right now. Between social and mainstream, maybe you guys can help me out here. Well, that's how it's going. I am 64.37% of my way into a full novel at 32,185 words. By the end of the day, I want this to be 35,000. But you know, life gets in the way, work gets in the way, friends get in the way. Sometimes you do meet your characters out on the street. It doesn't always work out that way. Characters. Tell us how you dream up your characters. Really? Where did I pull Brian Kenley from? Mr. Main Character? Oh boy. Yeah, the main character is generally pretty easy. I mean, especially, I named the guy Brian Kenley, and he has poor luck with women. The side characters, sometimes I'm at least picturing the female love interest as former crush. Never. I don't actually base their personalities on them. I generally pull their personalities out of sitcoms or movie characters of the campus cutie. The antagonist, I definitely don't usually use people I know. Sometimes for some aspects of the family characters, especially if they kind of look down on the main character or scoff at what he does. Yeah, there are bits and pieces of family in there. And that's about the size of it. Now, editing. Do you edit after your project's done, while you're working, or somewhere in between? Editing is meant to be done after the project's over, but God forbid. I mean, I'll make little mistakes in the middle of sentences and start hitting the backspace key. I will look back on former sentences and find errors and have to correct them at the time. Nothing hurts a writing sprint worse than editing while you're working. And I'm talking about the TV on isn't worse, music playing isn't worse, getting up to get snacks or drinks, not worse to a word sprint than editing in the middle of trying to work. What are some keys to the best word sprint? I learned these tricks of the trade in past years, and I still haven't used them this year. lots and lots of dialogue. Get a dialogue going. Get a debate going. You get 300 to 500 words without even knowing it. Set an early alarm. Grab some caffeine. Write overtired and overcaffeinated. You don't know what you're saying, and editing comes later. Use the appropriate music playlist. Build it before you start your project, and play it in the background. Have a general idea of how the story is going to go somewhere in your mind, and go. Have a general idea where you want to be at the end of the day. Have a general idea what the target is for your work before you call it quits for the day and hang it up until tomorrow. Character mapping. You are perfectly allowed to character map or storyboard before National Novel Writing Month actually starts. And then you're allowed to do with that character map and storyboard what you wish once you've started on National Novel Writing Month, and if your project goes in a completely different direction. Let it. Let the story write itself. Let go of the reins ever so slightly. And always, but always where you can calmly bring it back in at some point. That's a good word sprint right there. This has been the author. This has been Mr. Kent Brindley. Not Brian Kenley, Mr. Kent Brindley. You guys have a good weekend. I promise. I'll be back for Black Friday. I'll be back next Friday. Peace. If you guys have any questions, feel free to submit them below. If you enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks. Peace.